Hello, horror lovers. It is so good to be back with you. Today we are diving into something special, something we have waited a very long time for. The world of the rage virus is back. It has been 2 decades since we last saw this terrifying landscape, and now, 28 years later, is finally here. The original movies changed the game for zombie horror. They gave us speed, they gave us pure, unfiltered rage, and I'm thrilled to tell you, this new chapter does not disappoint. It feels like coming home, but to a home that is haunted and broken. A place you remember, but it is colder now. This review will have no spoilers, I promise. I want you to feel the shock and the tension just like I did. The story picks up, as the title suggests, nearly 3 decades after the initial outbreak. The world we see is not the one we left. It is a place that has tried to heal but is covered in deep, ugly scars. The filmmakers knew we were all holding our breath. They knew the legacy they were carrying. From the very first scene, you can feel their respect for the original material. This is not just another sequel. It is a thoughtful continuation of a story that has haunted our nightmares for years. It asks us what happens long after the screaming stops. The film opens with a heart-pounding sequence. It throws you right back into the chaos. The familiar frantic energy is there, the shaky camera work, the pulse-pounding score. It immediately tells you that the danger is not gone, it has just been sleeping. This opening is a brilliant way to reconnect with the series. It does not waste any time. It reminds you why you were so scared in the first place. But this movie is more than just a sprint. It understands that true horror also lives in the quiet moments, the moments between the screams, the moments when people have to look at each other and decide if they can still trust anyone. So, get ready. Prepare yourselves for a journey back into the heart of the infection. This film respects its roots while carving out its own identity. It is a story about survival, yes, but it is also about memory. It is about the ghosts of the past and the fight for a future. The long wait has been worth it. The rage is back, and it is more complex and terrifying than ever. This is a film that will stay with you long after the credits roll. It is a powerful and unsettling return to a world we all know and fear. It is a true cinematic event for any fan of the genre. The setting of 28 years later is a character in itself. It is bleak. It is beautiful in its decay. Imagine a world that survived the apocalypse, but just barely. But there is a constant feeling of unease. The threat of the rage virus has shaped every part of this new society. It hangs over them like a permanent gray cloud. The world has moved on, but the fear has never truly left, and the suspicious eyes of the survivors. This is a dark and dangerous place. The filmmakers have done an incredible job showing the passage of time. Nature has started to reclaim the cities. Ivy crawls over iconic landmarks. Streets are cracked and filled with weeds. It is a hauntingly beautiful vision of what happens when humanity is pushed to the brink. The overgrown forests hide unseen threats. Every shadow feels like a potential enemy. You can feel the cold and the dampness through the screen. It is a world that feels incredibly real and lived in. The film explores what it means to live with a constant, high-level dread. The story brilliantly shows the psychological toll of living in this post-outbreak world. It is not just about fighting monsters, it is about fighting the darkness that has grown inside of people. The visual storytelling is simply stunning. Every frame is filled with details that tell a story of loss and resilience. These small things create a powerful sense of history and sadness. The world of 28 years later is not a fun place to be, but it is utterly compelling to watch. It feels like a plausible future, a grim warning. The film makes you believe that this is what our world could look like. And that is a truly terrifying thought. The setting is a masterpiece of production design and world building. A great horror film needs more than just scares. It needs a human heart. 28 years later understands this perfectly. The cast delivers performances that are raw, believable, and deeply moving. These are not action heroes. They are ordinary people who have been forced to endure the unimaginable. Each actor brings a quiet strength and a visible vulnerability to their role. You can see the weight of the past 28 years in their eyes, the exhaustion, the flicker of hope that refuses to die. Their performances make the stakes feel incredibly high. You care about these people. You fear for them. The chemistry between the main cast is phenomenal. The film explores the idea of a found family. It shows how people can form powerful bonds in the face of shared trauma. There are moments of warmth and connection that feel so earned. They laugh together, they share stories, they find comfort in each other's presence. These moments of community make the horror even more impactful. It reminds you what they are fighting for. It is not just about survival, It is about preserving their humanity. It is about finding a reason to keep going when everything seems lost. This sense of community is the film's emotional core, but the film also explores the theme of isolation. Even within a group, each character is wrestling with their own demons. They are haunted by memories of the outbreak. They carry the grief of the people they have lost. The performances capture this internal struggle beautifully. A single look or a moment of silence can speak volumes. The actors show us that even when you are surrounded by people, you can still feel completely alone. This contrast between community and isolation is what makes the characters so complex and relatable. There is no single right way to survive. The film respects the complexity of the human spirit. The cast brings this complexity to life with incredible skill and nuance. Their performances are the reason the story hits so hard. They make you believe in this broken world and the people fighting to live in it. The pacing of this film is a masterclass in tension. As I mentioned, it starts with an explosion of action. The opening is relentless. It is designed to get your adrenaline pumping. It reestablishes the rules of this world and the terrifying speed of the infected. But after this initial burst, the film makes a brave choice. It slows down. The middle section becomes much more deliberate and character-focused. This shift might surprise some viewers, but it is essential for the story the film wants to tell. It gives us time to breathe. It allows us to invest in the characters and their relationships. It builds a different kind of dread, one that is more psychological. This slower pace in the middle is not boring. It is filled with suspense. It is the quiet before the storm. The film uses this time to build its world and explore its themes. We learn more about the history of the past 28 years. We see how the lore of the previous films has become the history of this new world. These connections feel natural and earned. They are not just fan service, they are integral to the plot. This focus on character and world building makes the final act all the more powerful. When the action kicks back in, we are fully invested. We are not just watching nameless people run from monsters. We are watching our people fight for their lives. And now, let's talk about the ending. Without giving anything away, I will say this. It is bold. It is shocking. It is not what you will expect. The final act takes a turn that is sure to be divisive. People will be talking about this ending for a long time. It does not offer easy answers. It does not tie everything up in a neat bow. It is an ending that will make you think. It will make you question everything you have just seen. Some people will love it. Others might feel frustrated by it. Personally, I found it to be incredibly brave and thought-provoking. It is a challenging conclusion to a challenging film. In the end, 28 years later is a worthy successor to the legendary films that came before it. Is it a perfect movie? No. The shift in pacing might not work for everyone, and the ending will certainly spark debate, but the film is made with so much care and respect for the originals. It is a brutal, beautiful, and intelligent piece of horror filmmaking. It is a film that will satisfy longtime fans while also offering something new and unexpected. It proves that there are still vital stories to be told in this terrifying world. It is a powerful reminder that true horror is not just about monsters, but about what we do to each other when we are afraid. Finally, our score is 7 out of 10. If you enjoyed this review, please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel for more movie review content.